the grandstands. This is Franco Uncini and Loris Capirossi.
Yeah, we've spoken about the passionate support that they have for MotoGP in this part of the world. They also take it as a great source of pride as well for MotoGP to be visiting this part of the world. We mentioned earlier on, the welcome from the locals here has been absolutely second to none. They really have embraced the arrival of MotoGP in this part of the world. You can see the excitement on your screens there. They really do live for this stuff.
I never thought I'd come to a MotoGP race in Indonesia on a stunning island like Lombok and go out for dinner the first night like we did as a big group, Lewis, to a Mexican restaurant where I was being talked in a Cockney slang by one of the waiters. His Cockney was better than mine, to be honest. Top man. As you say, we've had such a fantastic reception here in Indonesia. It's a long, long wait that we've had to endure before the World Championship came here 25 years ago. That's such a long time ago. That was my second season in the paddock, 1997. And blimey, I was a whippersnapper back then, 24 years of age. I feel like a proper old man now.
So I wonder what the debrief will be then as they return to the pit lane. Of course, we're expecting perhaps the next update very, very shortly.
Well, it's a bad sign, isn't it? You can just see the pace of those windscreen wipers on the BMW safety car. That gives you an indication of just how strong the rainfall is still falling. Franco Uncini and Loris Capirossi, they've done a fair few laps out there already, haven't they? So there's a further update then that's just filtering through from race direction. Initially, the pit lane wasn't going to be open before 15:45 local time. It's now 15:36. That's been pushed back by a further 15 minutes at least. The pit lane will not open before 4 p.m. local time now. So that's about another 24, 23 minutes away. As we say, we'll keep our fingers crossed that by that stage of proceedings, there will have been some break in this weather, and we will finally be helped to hear those 300 horsepower MotoGP bikes fire up and power around what will be a wet Mandalika circuit. But let's hope that these fans get what they've come to see. This man fighting hard to retain his MotoGP World Championship crown.
Fabio Quartararo's changed into his civvies, so he's not expecting a restart anytime soon. Of course, he's got half an hour to play with as the Indonesian fans start to show us some of the moves. Whether that's a dance move or whether he's simulating twisting the throttle of a motorcycle, I'm not entirely sure. But either way, some quality dad dancing to fill your time, and it's certainly entertaining. Fabio Quartararo, I'm not sure whether he's going to engage in a dance-off with this guy. He is a little bit. He's showing some of his own moves.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Fabio loving it. We're certainly loving it. That's going to help ease the tension and ease the stress that will inevitably going around it. Yeah, you're famous. You've had your moment in the spotlight here in Mandalika. He's got some moves, that guy, hasn't he? There's nothing going to dampen the enthusiasm of that man
laying
there
down the gauntlet,
in the blue T-shirt. Can we have a dance-off, please, between that man in the crowd and Fabio Quartararo? Come on. Let's have a Strictly Come Dancing show getting underway here in Mandalika. How come it's taken us so long to find this guy? Absolutely brilliant. Loving it. We've loved life in Lombok. Yeah, come on. Let's keep going. Superb. Fabio Quartararo. He absolutely loved it. Come on, Fabio, we need to see your moves. We know you've got great moves out on circuit. Let's see some off-track swagger. Come on. We know you've got it. We know you've got those moves in you. Oh, he's not going to do it, is he?
Maybe we'll see them on the podium later on if he ends up there.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe he's a little bit too frightened of being shown up by the guy in the crowd. Some refreshments being taken on board by our round one winner, Enea Bastianini. Is he going to get the chance to add to his 25 points already collected in Doha? There is the story, unfortunately, of the afternoon here in Mandalika. We did get a Moto 3 Grand Prix, we did get a shortened Moto 2 Grand Prix, and then just towards the back end of that Moto 2 race, actually there was a few rain spots, wasn't there, in that Moto 2 battle. You could just sense that those grey, ominous clouds that had started to close in on us, they were going to have an impact on the start of this MotoGP race, and unfortunately that is exactly how it materialised, how it panned out. So That's the latest info that we have. Bang up to date on your screens there at the bottom of your picture. The pit lane will not open before 4 p.m. local time. You can just see there in the foreground, Alex Crivier working, of course, now with DAZN, Spanish TV. Having a chat with Ernesto Rivas, of course, the famous Spanish TV commentator. I think Alex Crivier, actually, if my very hazy memory serves me right now, getting a bit fuzzy in my old age, he was on the podium the last time we had a Premier Class race here in Indonesia. I think it was an all-Repsol Honda podium. Yeah, in Sentul. The race was won by Tadayuki Okada from Mick Doohan, with Alex Crivier in third place. So Alex Crivier knows what it takes to get a podium finish around in this part of the world. Finally, better late than never, at least we've got a MotoGP bike engine fired up in pit lane. Let's hope that bike is going to get ridden in anger at some stage. We're 20 minutes away from the next update. Pit lane will not open before 4 p.m. local time.
Well, you can see everyone obviously huddled up under the shelter. They've been using that shelter all weekend to really keep themselves out of the sunlight and keep themselves in the shade through practice. Me and our colleague Matt Dunn walked down pit lane on Thursday lunchtime, and they had fans outside all the pit boxes to try and keep everybody cool. It's certainly been the heat that's been the main challenge provided by the weather this weekend. Of course, that was the cause of the initial delay or the initial shortening of the race distance. Let's head down into pit lane. We've already seen a very relaxed Fabio Quartararo down in pit lane, enjoying some of the scenes in the grandstands. Let's hear the words from his team boss, Maio Meregali. He's with side.
Maio, this must be heartbreaking for you, you know, seeing the rider, your rider, come through practice qualifying as the favourite, really, and especially in my eyes, I really thought he was the man to beat. The only one looking like on rails here when everyone else is struggling, and now it's rained and changed everything. Please give us your thoughts.
Yeah, it's a really pity. We are, as you can imagine, disappointed also because we did a 3-day test here 4 weeks ago. We did a really good job. We prepared this race in the best way as possible. We started very well. Morbidelli, for me, he could also start from the first row.